Again, again.
Good day, everyone. We are pleased to present our research titled The Advancement of Facial Recognition Technology. This study was conducted by Salaya, Ayema, Tutay, and Angeles from Our Lady of Fatima University of College of Computer Studies. Today, we'll walk you through the evolution of benefits, challenges, and societal impact of facial recognition technology. Next, please. Facial recognition has evolved from a science fiction concept into a real-world application found in our daily lives. From unlocking phones to airport security and even in healthcare. This presentation explores how the technology has progressed and how it's being used today. As the technology becomes more embedded in society, it also raises important ethical and legal questions that we will explore later in this presentation. Next, please. It's like the background of study. The origin of facial recognition dates back to the 1960s, where early system used manual facial landmark measurements. The major leaps occurred with the integration of visual intelligence, particularly deep learning and convolution of neural networks. This allowed to accurate real-time recognitions despite great progress, and issues such as the data bias, privacy violations, and misuse have persisted, making the topic by relevant and controversial today. Next, please. Statement of the problem. This study aims to answer a central question: how does the advancements of facial recognition affect the accuracy and security, especially in the medical settings and beneficial disadvantage this associates with the facial recognition, and whether widespread use could lead to anxiety or self-concern. Next, please.
So the next slide is the objectives of this study. So the objectives of this study are: first is to understand how students perceive facial recognition technology, and then second is to identify its advantages and disadvantages, and lastly the third is to evaluate how ethical and psychological factors influence its acceptance. And the next slide is the scope and the limitation. So this study was conducted among 60 psychology students at Our Lady of Fatima University. It focuses on the technical and the practical aspects of facial recognition, such as accuracy and performance. However, a limitation of this study is that our respondents are not technical experts, so the responses reflect user level understanding rather than engineering insight. And the significance of this study is that this research is important to multiple groups. So first is for educators. So it can help integrate real-world biometric examples into their curriculum. And for students, it builds awareness and may inspire AI-based projects. And lastly, for the future researchers, it offers a foundation for further study into facial recognition ethics, anti-bias methods, and hybrid biometric systems. Next slide.
Foreign study highlights how facial recognition has advanced through deep learning, especially CNN systems like DeepFace and FaceNet have reached near human accuracy. However, these days, studies also point out challenges such as difficulties with low lighting and ethical issues of racial and gender bias, calling for more inclusive database and transparency. Next slide. Locally, facial recognition is increasing use in government and private sectors such as immigration and social attendance systems. However, challenges like slow internet, infrastructure gaps, and limited public understanding make deployment difficult. There are also growing concern around privacy and data protection under Philippine laws. Next. Our study used mixed method approach. Study survey was given 60 psychology students. We analyzed their response using descriptive static to evaluate their awareness, perception, and concerns regarding facial recognition. This helped us capture both technical understanding and emotional reaction to the technology. Next slide. Many students support using facial recognition in school, around 88%. Believe it can improve attendance system, while others believe it enhance library access and student services. They see it a way to streamline tasks and reduce manual work, especially in charged classroom. 75% of students express concern over how facial data is stored and used. Many also noted that system accuracy can be reduced by facial expression or mask. This response highlights the needs for secure data storage and more ethical consideration in system design.
Next slide. Summary of findings. In summary, students are highly aware of facial recognition and use it frequently. They support its use in education and personal life but raise concerns about ethics and data privacy. Trust is conditional. They want transparency and clear guidelines to feel secure. Next slide, please. Conclusions. Facial recognition is a powerful technology with vast potential, but it must be handled responsibly. Bias, lack of consent, and misuse can erode public trust. Therefore, it is essential to build ethical frameworks, ensure diverse datasets, and maintain transparency to make facial recognition socially acceptable and technically reliable. Next slide, please. Recommendations. We recommend that schools implement clear biometric policies, allow OPT out options, and conduct ethical audits. Educators should integrate discussions on facial recognition into their classes. Developers must build inclusive, bias-free systems. Students should remain informed and involved in decisions. And finally, policymakers should establish national regulations that protects user rights.